Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, I'm going to go over all the games for today, the 14th of April 2021. If you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that like button as well. It helps the video get out there more, the more likes it gets. Alright, let's get started with today's games. First game, early morning one, 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is my time zone. Arizona versus Minnesota. Minnesota won this one 5-2. 16:31 into the first period, Matt Zuccarello gets his 7th of the year on the power play from Marcus Johansson and Matt Dumba. Then at 2:16 in the second, Arizona would tie it. Jacob Chychrun would score his 13th of the year on the power play for Nick Schmaltz and Alex Goligoski. Then at 7:28 in the second, Zach Parise gets his 5th from Bonino and Sturm. At 9:14 in the second, Bonino got his 5th goal of the year on the power play from Kaprizov and Fiala. Then at 4:30 of the third, Zuccarello would score his 8th on the power play from Marcus Johansson. Then at 5:50 of the third, Jared Spurgeon would score his 5th from Parise and Bonino. At 8:36 of the third, Phil Kessel would get his 16th of the year from Dryden Hunt and Johan Larsson, making it 5-2 your final score. Minnesota with a much needed 2 points. Seems like they've been on a losing streak of late. I believe they actually have been. Alright, Arizona outshot them 30-22. Minnesota beat them in the faceoff dot 57-43. Arizona 1 for 4 on the power play. Minnesota 3 for 3. Dang. 8 penalty minutes for Minnesota to 6 for Arizona. Hits were 17-16 in favor of Minnesota, and blocks 16-12 in favor of Arizona. Giveaways were 6-2. Minnesota was 6. Ronta in his return, 17 saves, 773 save percentage for the loss. And Cam Talbot, 28 saves, 933 save percentage for the win. Talbot's had a steady year this year. He really has had a very good year for Minnesota. Much better than his last few. So, good to see. Hopefully he can keep that up for Minnesota. Alright, Calgary versus Montreal. Calgary wins this one 4-1. Calgary is all of a sudden on a winning streak. Where was this play all year long? Alright, 3:58 into the first, Noah Hannafin's 4th from Michael Backlund. Then at 29 seconds into the second, Mark Giordano's 8th from Christopher Tanev and Elias Lindholm. Then at 10:55 of the second, Brett Kulak gets the one and only goal for Montreal from Jonathan Drouin and Josh Anderson. 12:49 into the third, Josh Olivo gets his 5th unassisted. And at 18:50 of the third, Sean Monahan would add his 9th from Tanev and Giordano. So I don't know what's going on with Calgary's winning streak, because you can't say it was because Sam Bennett's been traded away, because it started before he left. So, don't know what it is. Maybe they're finally buying into Daryl Sutter's system, but they still have a chance to make it. It will take a lot, and definitely being the team they're chasing, Montreal, in regulation, helps that. But they still have an uphill battle ahead of them. Alright, Calgary outshot Montreal 34-27. Calgary beat them in the faceoff dot as well, 60-40. Power plays were 0 for 1 for Calgary, 0 for 2 for Montreal. 4 penalty minutes for Calgary to 2 for Montreal. Hits were 39-22 in favor of Montreal. Blocks 26-22 in favor of Calgary. And giveaways were 13-5, Montreal 13. Jakob Markstrom, 26 saves, 963 save percentage for the win. And Jake Allen, 30 saves, 909 save percentage for a loss. Alright, on to Winnipeg versus Ottawa. Winnipeg wins this one 3-2. Scheifele would score at 119 into the first. Nick Paul would score his 4th of the year from Thomas Chabot. At 3:24 of the first, Mark Scheifele would score his 16th from Ehlers and Pionk. Then at 2:07 of the third, Matthew Perreault would get his 9th on the power play from Andrew Kopp and Pierre-Luc Dubois. At 9:39, Trevor Lewis would score his 3rd of the year, shorthanded from Nate Thompson. That would end up being your game-winning goal right there. 19:50 into the third, Josh Norris would score his 12th on the power play from Chabot and Connor Brown. Connor Brown's 8-game goal-scoring streak has ended. That was actually a club record for Ottawa. So that ended tonight, unfortunately for him. And for Ottawa, because I'm sure they would love to have him scored at least even this one. But 3-2, your final score, Winnipeg with 2 points. Winnipeg outshot Ottawa 35-29, and they beat him in the faceoff dot as well, 54-46. Power play 1 for 3 for Winnipeg, 1 for 5 for Ottawa. Penalties 10-6, Winnipeg with 10. Hits 36-32 in favor of Winnipeg. Blocks 10-9 in favor of Ottawa. And giveaways 15-10, 15 for Ottawa. Brossoit 27 saves, 931 save percentage for the win. And Matt Murray 32 saves, 914 save percentage for the loss. Now on to Colorado versus St. Louis. St. Louis desperately needs points right now. They need to win. And they lost. But it was a very good game, actually. I mean, second period wasn't good for them, but first and third weren't too bad. All right, 10:28 into the first, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare starts the scoring with 6th of the year from Liam O'Brien and JT Compher. At 15:20 of the first, St. Louis would tie it. Vince Dunn 6th on the power play from Tyler Bozak and Mike Hoffman. Then that dreaded second period hit, and ooh, did it hurt. 2:52 into the second, Compher 6th from O'Brien and Timmins. Then 5:17 into the second, Mikko Rantanen's 26th on the power play from Cale Makar and Nathan MacKinnon. 11:17 into the second, Brandon Saad's 14th from Tyson Jost and Mikko Rantanen. Making it 4-1 going into the third. That escalated very, very quickly. Yes, it did. All right, third period. This is why St. Louis didn't trade away Mike Hoffman right here. 5:55 into the third, Hoffman would score his 12th of the year from Kyrou and Krug. Then at 16:44 into the third, Hoffman would get his second goal of the game, third point of the game for St. Louis. His 13th goal of the year, power play from Perron and Tarasenko. If they had traded him away, would they have had any of those points? Who knows? But on this night, it made a difference having him in the lineup. I think that's one of the few times this year you've been able to say that about Hoffman for St. Louis. All right, St. Louis outshot Colorado 34-28. Also beat him a faceoff dot 66-34. Colorado 1 for 3 on the power play. St. Louis 2 for 4. Colorado 8 penalty minutes to 6 for St. Louis. Hits were 32-20 in favor of St. Louis. Blocks 18 even, and giveaways 17 each. Dubnyk first career start for Colorado since the trade from San Jose. 31 saves, 912 save percentage. Looks solid. Definitely nice having a team that can score a lot more in front of you, that's for sure. Binnington, 24 saves, 857 save percentage for a loss. And St. Louis, after going on a short winning streak, is back on the losing. Not streak, but just losing a game. On to Vegas versus LA. Vegas beat them bad, 6-2. All right, 7:18 into the first, Tomas Nosek scored his 8th of the year from Martinez and Theodore. 11:04 into the first, Tuck would get his 15th from Janmark, his first point as a Vegas Golden Knight, and Tomas Nosek. Kings would make a 1-goal game. Trevor Moore's 6th on the power play from Adrian Kempe at 13:38 of the first. But Vegas would make a 2-goal lead again at 15:25. So, just over 2 minutes later. Max Pacioretty, actually just under 2 minutes later. Sorry about that. Max Pacioretty's 21st from Mark Stone. Then 15:47 of the second, they make a 3-goal lead. Chandler Stevenson's 9th from Pacioretty and White Cloud. At 18:22 of the second, Trevor Moore will get his second goal of the game, 7th of the year from Kempe again, making it 4-2. Third period, Vegas would get a couple more. 5:28 into the third, Stone will get his 14th from Pacioretty. At 10:53, Alex Petrangio's 3rd from Tuck and Nosek. There you go, 6-2, your final score. Vegas doing their best, staying in at the same pace as Colorado at this point. All right, shots on goal were 32-22 in favor of Vegas. Face-offs 54-46 in favor of Vegas. Power play 0 for 1 for Vegas, 1 for 1 for LA. 2 penalty minutes each. Hits were 27-16 in favor of LA. Blocks 17-50 in favor of LA. Giveaways 8-5, Vegas with 8. Fleury, 21 saves, 913 save percentage. That win right there would put him 4th all-time in wins, passing Ed Belfour. So, congrats to Fleury on that. All right, Jonathan Quick made 2 saves for 625 save percentage. And Peterson made 21 saves for 875 save percentage. Not a good goalie night for LA. All right, on to the last game of the evening. Anaheim versus San Jose. I'm still in shock. First of all, that score is incorrect because I forgot to update that when they scored their 4th goal. 4-1, Anaheim won this game. I don't know what's happening with Anaheim. They're all of a sudden on a winning streak. It's like you were the 2nd worst team in the league, in line for a possibly really high draft pick. Now you're tied for 5th worst. Then you win your next one, they can haul up all the way up to 7th or 8th worst team. You're not helping yourself with the odds. Winning now is too late. Move on. But anyways, it's nice to see some of the young guys getting some scoring in there, so that's kind of nice. All right, the scoring started 8:08 into the first. Ryan Getzlaf's 4th from Troy Terry. Then at 2:29 into the second, Derek Grant would add his 5th of the year from Josh Manson and Alexander Volkov. That would technically be your game-winning goal right there. 13:40 into the second, Volkov would score his 7th of the year. That would be his 3rd goal in these 2 games against San Jose from Comtois and Grant. Then at 19:30 of the third, Jakob Silverberg would score his 8th on the power play from Kevin Shattenkirk and Cam Fowler. Before that, Erik Karlsson scored his 5th, ruining an almost 2-game shutout streak for Stolars. Erik Karlsson's 5th from Timo Meier and Brent Burns. There were 2 fights in this game. The first one, I really question why the Sharks player took that fight. 2:30 into the 3rd period, Dylan Gambrell of San Jose decides to fight Josh Manson. Now, I personally have Dish here at my house, and I am currently blocked out from being able to watch the San Jose feed, and I can't watch any other feed because of that blackout. So, I've yet to be able to watch this game or these fights, but just seeing Gambrell in his first career NHL fight versus Josh Manson, I don't feel that is a good choice for your first fight. You might have been better off going with someone else. Pretty much anybody but Delorier outside of that probably would have been a better choice. Just saying. 13:59 in the third, Max Comtois, Radim Shimmick. They're about the same size. I think it's both of their second career fights in the NHL, so that one might be interesting. So, bit chippy towards the end. This is their 8th and final matchup of the year. San Jose has scored 1 goal in the last 2 games against them, so it's nice to see the Ducks be spoilers for San Jose. That's nice, but hey, you know what? A little bit of bragging rights there. Anyways, eat that, family. All these Shark fans. That one's for me. Losing my objectiveness for that moment. That's because my family is all Sharks fans and I'm the only Ducks fan. So, anyways, San Jose outshot Anaheim 28-27. Beat them a face-off dot 55-45. Anaheim 1 for 4 on the power play. San Jose 0 for 3. Penalty minutes were 20-18, 20 for San Jose. Hits were 36-21 in favor of San Jose. Blocks 17-11 in favor of San Jose. And giveaways 14-6 in favor, San Jose with 14. Like I said, Stolars for Anaheim came very close to 2 straight shutouts against San Jose. That's good. I'm glad to see him do that. So he made 27 saves tonight for a .964 save percentage. And San Jose rookie making his first career start, Kornash is how you pronounce his name from last time I understood it. 23 saves, .852 save percentage for loss. Honestly, he allowed 4 goals. It It doesn't seem that bad. I mean, first career start, that's not surprising. I mean, who knows? He might develop into something. We never know. Because not every goalie who's been a really good goalie has had a great first start. Alright, that's all the games I have for you today. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.